Haboim. Welcome everyone. We're about to begin Be'ezras Hashem together on Daf Lamed Vov Amud Aleph. Start the new Mishnah on the bottom of Daf Lamed Hey Amud Beis. Our Mishnah depicts the special avodah of the Kohen Gadol, beginning with the vidui on the parachatos. Says the Mishnah, Ba loy etzel poroi. He comes next to his par, the parachatos. Uporo haya oimed ben ha'ulam la mizbeach, and his par is situated between the ulam and the mizbeach. Let us imagine the setup of the Beis Hamikdash when a person again walks through the Shah Nikanor on the furthest to the east, entering the Azara. He then proceeds, and in the middle of the Azara, then he has the mizbeach, which the ramp is towards the south. On the other side of the Mizbeach is the Ulam, which then is after that inside is the Heichal. So the Mishnah says over here, the Par HaChatos is situated between the Ulam and the Mizbeach. That means on the other side of the Mizbeach, between the western side of the Mizbeach and the Ulam. Roishoy Ledoroim Uponov Lamarov. The head of the animal is to the south, and it's facing the west. The Gemara asks, how is that possible that it's indeed the head is to the south and it's facing the west? The Mishnah continues, V'hakoyen oimei b'mizrach uponov l'marov. The kohen is standing facing to the west. V'soimech shtei yodav alov u'misvadeh. He puts his two hands with all of his koyach on the par, and his misvade. So he does smicha. V'kach haya oimer, and this is what he says. Ana Hashem. Saying the Shem Hashem, Avisi poshati, chotosi lefonecha ani ubeisi. This is a vidui, not just for himself, but also for his household. Ona Hashem, kaper no la'avoinois uvlipshoim v'lachatoim. V'she'avisi v'she'poshati v'shechotasi lefonecha ani ubeisi. Kakosuv ba'toras Moshe avdecho, like it's written in the Torah, ki b'yom hazeh yechaper v'goymer. V'hein oinin achorov baruch shem kevod malchusoi le'olam voed. When they hear the Shem Hashem being pronounced, not the way that we say it with adnus, but rather as pronounced Yud Kei Vav Kei, they answer not just Amen, but the Beis Hamikdash, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchusoi Le'olam Voed. And that Lamed Vav Amud Aleph at the top, beginning with the Gemara who asks, Man Shamas Lei Do'amar Bein Ha'ulam Lemizbeach Tzofon. We know that the vidui, the smicha and the vidui is taking place in the Tzofon, in the northern part of the Azara, because that's where you have to be sheichet the Koshei Kadoshim, which is also therefore in the north. So therefore it's all done in the north. And therefore when our Mishnah states that the par is situated between the Ulam and the Mizbeach, it's on the northern part of the Azara. Let's assume that the Mizbeach is exactly in the middle. So there will be the northern part, the top half area of the Mizbeach that is between the Ulam and the Mizbeach that the par is situated. So who is the author who holds this? Rabbi Elazar Rabbi Shimon. It's Rabbi Elazar Rabbi Shimon who's the author of our Mishnah. The Tanya, because it says in the following brisa, Ezu Tzofon, what's considered to be Tzofon that again is necessary to be shechting the Kodesh Kadoshim in. What's that area of Tzofon? What's that considered? Mikir shel mizbeach tzfoni, ve'ad koisil ha'azara, u'keneged kol ha'mizbeach kulo tzofon. Div Rabbi Yossi Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yossi Rabbi Yehuda says that it's the area that is to the north of the mizbeach, the entire mizbeach, up until the wall of the Azara. That's considered to be the north part, and that's the Yerach HaMizbeach that's required. That's Lifnei Hashem to shecht the korban of Kodesh Kadoshim. The Brisa continues, Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Shimon Moisif, Af bein ha'ulam la mizbeach. He says not only that area that Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda says, is considered to be Yerech HaMizbech, the Tzafoina, which is necessary. But the Tzafoina of the Yerech HaMizbech, it also includes the west of the Mizbeach, meaning between the Ulam and the Mizbeach. Rabbi, a third opinion of the Brisa, is Moisif Af Mokom Drisas Ragli HaKohanim V'Af Mokom Drisas Ragli Yisrael. He includes not only what was just said by first Tana Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda, that says it's the Tzafoin from the Mizbeach to the north, all the way to the northern wall of the Azara, but actually includes east of that, which would be the Ezras Kohanim, and then the Ezras Yisrael, which would also be considered to be Yerech HaMizbeach Lifnei Hashem, Tzafoin Lifnei Hashem, that you can then shech the Korban Kodesh Kadoshim. Aval, the Brisa concludes, Mina Chalifois V'Lifnim Kol HaKol Moedim Sheposel. The Chalifah is referring to the room where they would keep, the Kohanim would keep their knives. That was situated in the Ulam itself, on the north, actually on the south also. There was a big room that was inside the Ulam itself, but it was blocked off between the Ulam and the Mizbeach. So everybody agrees that that's possible. You cannot go ahead and check the animal there, because that's not considered to be the north part of the Azara. That's going to be Yerech HaMizbeach. Now the Gemara has just said that this Tana of ours, who says that the animal is situated where the smicha is done and the shechita will be done to the para chatos, that is between the Ula and the Mizbeach, and of course in the north side. And we identified the author to be Rabbi Elazar Rabbi Shimon. Ask the Gemara, Lema Rabbi Elazar Rabbi Shimon he v'lo Rebbe? Does that not include Rebbe also? L'chara, asked the Gemara, when Rebbe said his opinion, Rebbe was including more than just Rabbi Elazar Rabbi Shimon, but it included also the part between Ulam and the Mizbeach. So therefore, our Mishnah can also be authored by Rebbe. The Gemara says, Afilu Tema Rebbe. Because Rebbe hashter that Rebbe Yossi Rebbe Yehuda Moisif ad Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon loy Moisif. The Gemara is asking, certainly Rebbe, when he added his additional area of the Ezras Kohanim and the Ezras Yisrael, not only was adding the first Tana onto the first Tana of Rebbe Yehuda, Rebbe Yossi Rebbe Yehuda, but it was also adding to the second Tana of Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Shimon. So certainly our Mishnah can be according to Rebbe as well. The Gemara says, no, Anan Hochi Kamen, this is what we were saying. If it was indeed authored by Rebbe, then Nukme Bekule Azara. Then you should say the whole Azara is valid, is considered to be the whole northern part of the Azara is valid to shecht the Kodesh Kadoshim. It's considered to be Yerech HaMizbech Tzafoina, Lifnei Hashem. Elamai, rather, what? Rebbe Elazar, Rebbe Shimon. It must be only Rebbe Elazar, Rebbe Shimon. The Gemara asked, if that's so, then Venuk me bein Mizbech la Koisel. Then why don't you establish specifically between the Mizbech and the Koisel? Asked the Gemara, if it's only Rebbe Elazar, Rebbe Shimon. Elamayis l'meimar. What do you want to say? Mishum d'chulshe de Kohen Gadol. The only reason why it says bein Ulam Mizbeach is because we don't want to then cause additional exertion for the Kohen Gadol who's fasting to do then additional avodah by carrying the dam too far. We want to make it so it's conveniently located between the Ulam and the Mizbeach. So the Gemara says, if that's the case, the Rebbe Nami Mishum Chulshe the Kohen Gadol. So therefore it could be authored really by Rebbe as well. Only when we said bein Ulam and Mizbeach, we want to just make it convenient for the Kohen Gadol. But indeed, not only could it be authored over here as being Tzafoin, which includes the sheet of Rebbe Shimon, Rebbe Elazar, Rebbe Shimon, but also includes the sheet of Rebbe too, and therefore both of them could author our Mishnah. The Gemara quotes the Mishnah, Roisha Ledorm Eponav Lemarov. The Par Hachatos is situated where the head is to the south, and yet it's facing the west. Ask the Gemara, how could that be? Heichi Meshkachas Lo. Answers the Gemara, Omar Rav, Be'oikem es Roisha. We turn the head of the par. So although it's facing, meaning the body is going from north to south, but the head is now turned to the west, facing the Heichal. Ask the Gemara, "V'nukmei lehedya." Why don't we have him face east-west, just like the Kohen himself is, in order to face the Heichal, to be Lifnei Hashem? Omar Abaye says, because Gzeiro Shema Yarbitz Glolim. We're concerned that maybe the animal will be Marbitz Glolim. It'll defecate, in which case it'll be a chilul to the Mizbeach, since it would be facing the Mizbeach, the back would be facing the Mizbeach. So therefore we make it so that it's indeed, the back is turned, the back is really in the north, and it's not towards the Mizbeach, and we just turn the head towards the west, towards the Heichal. Ton Rabban, the Gemara brings a brayso in regards to smicha. Keitzad soimech. How is one soimech? How is a smicha with kodesh kadoshim? Hazevach oimed betzofon uponav l'marav. The zevach, the carbon, the animal stands in the north, and it's facing the west, just as we said before, that its back is from the north towards the south, but we turn its head towards the west. The one who's doing smicha, he's facing the west. And he puts all of his weight onto between the two horns of the mizbeach, providing that nothing is in between, making a chatzitza between his hands and the animal. And he makes a vidui on chatos for a specific ovon of chatos. V'al osham, ovon osham. On a korban osham, he makes a specific vidui on the ovon, on the transgression of the osham. V'al oila, and on a korban oila, ovon leket shichu peyo meiser oni div Rabbi Yossi Aglili. Rabbi Yossi Aglili says it refers to a korban oila for the ovon of leket shichu peya umeiser oni. These are different things that belong to the ani. When a person has a field, these are different things that he has to leave for the ani, and therefore there's a prohibition from taking them as your own. So the owner of the fields, he must leave leket shichu peya and also meiser ani. So Rabbi Yossi Aglili says the korban oila will then be a kapara for that. Rabbi Akiva is choylek, and he says ein oila bo ela al asay v'al lo yisaseh nitik la'asay. A korban oila is brought specifically for a bittul of korban essay, for a mitzvah's essay. Let's say a person does not say kriya shema bezmanoi, so then a korban oila will then be mechaper on that bittul mitzvah's asay. Also a mitzvah's asay shenitik le'essay. For example, you have a mitzvah's asay, mitzvah's lo yisaseh, not to steal. And there's a mitzvah's asay that if he did steal, then he can go ahead and return. He shall go ahead and return the stolen object or the money that he stole. That's a lav shenitik le'essay. So in both of those situations, the korban oila, says Rabbi Akiva, will be mechaper. The Gemara asks, even Rabbi Yossi Aglili agrees with Rabbi Akiva that a korban oila also is mechaper for an essay, a bittul essay, and a mitzvah's lo yisaseh shenitik le'essay. So what is the machlokes? Why does Rabbi Akiva not agree with Rabbi Yossi Aglili gabe leket shichu peya? Gemara explains as follows: Omar Rabbi Yirmiyahu, top of lamed vav amid beis, belav de nevela kamifli. They're arguing about a lav de nevela. Now, a lav de nevela, the Torah says not to eat nevela, and afterwards it says you shall give the nevela to the goy. Now, there's a machlokes. Everybody agrees over here it's not considered to be a lav shenitik le'essay. But the question is this considered to be not the classical lav or not? If it's a classical lav, then you get malchus. If it's not, you don't get malchus, in which case the suggestion at this point is that the korban oila will bring a kapara for that. So Gemara says, Rabbi Akiva sover lav ma'aliyahu. He says it's a regular lav. One will get malchus, and therefore he'll get his kapara through the lashes that he receives. Rabbi Yossi Aglili sover lav ma'aliyahi. It's not considered to be a proper lav because it has this asay. Granted, again, it's not a mitzvah, it's not lash nitik le'essay, but it doesn't come in the category of a lav that will give malchus, and therefore the korban oila he says, will be necessary to satisfy such a case of nevela. Abai Omar, that's Rabbi Yirmiyahu's opinion. And that's the machlokes between Rabbi Yosef Glili and Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi argues, Abai Omar, de kuli alma lav de nevela lav ma'al yahave. No, Abai says everybody agrees that when it comes to nevela, it's a proper lav that one will get malchus. Even Rabbi Yosef Glili says he'll get his kapara through the lashes. And therefore the korban does not suffice for one who eats nevela. V'hacha, but over here, bit ta'azoiv kamifli. They're arguing about ta'azoiv. In these cases of lekes shichem peya, the Torah says that one should leave ta'azoiv. He should leave these things. But then it says in asay that a person should go ahead and give and bring these things to the should go ahead and let them be taken by the oni. So the machlokes is how to read these psukim. The Rebbe Akiva sover ta'azov mikara mashma. Rebbe Akiva he understands the pasuk as saying that when it says ta'azov, it's telling you initially that you should go ahead and leave the gleanings, let's say shleich and peya, these different types of things that belong to the ani. He should leave them, and then afterwards there's a lav. If he doesn't, he's going to get a lav. In which case Rabbi Akiva says he'll get malchus for that if he will go ahead and take it. However, and therefore, according to Rabbi Akiva, the malchus is going to be mechaper. Rabbi Yosef Glili sover hashta mashma. He says no, that you're not allowed to take it, but it's a lav shenitik le'esei over here, and therefore, since a lav shenitik le'esei, if you did take it, then you must bring it back, and therefore, the korban oila, Rabbi Yosef Glili, will yes be mechaper, since it's not the classical lav that gets malchus. Therefore, here the korban oila will be mechaper. So that's the machlokes, the way Abai explained between Rabbi Akiva and Rabbi Yossi HaGlili. Again, Rabbi Akiva holds that this is a regular classical lav, and that which says tazoif is only telling you initially that there's a mitzvah to leave it for the lekes and peya for the ani. But there's a lav if a person takes it, whereby he'll get malchus if he does take it. Rabbi Yossi HaGlili says this is also the classical lav shenitkal essay. He learns that the tazov is coming to say that if you did take it, then bring it back. In which case, if a person did take it, the way to mischaper is through bringing a korban oila.